We're gonna be safe and sound tonight.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the release of version 3.3 of the social contract is official. The main feature, which is a super big deal, is residence arrest. And that is very close to a citizen's arrest, if you haven't connected those dots yet. Except in arcology, citizens are called residents because they have to go through specifically the immigration process. So this may be the last update to the social contract forever. Now, I shouldn't say forever because who knows 5 years from now or 10 years from now. But it's looking very complete. This is like the cherry on top. This is the pinnacle. This is the crowning achievement of the document, and it is libertarian AF. So let's get into it. When any of the hexarchy, oh, by the way, the Board of Trustees was renamed the hexarchy, the rule by 6. When any of the hexarchy, judges, council members, or any person employed by this contract is found to be in explicit violation of the rules and laws put forth herein, any resident of arcology can make a lawful arrest of that person. Lawful arrest. To be tried within 7 days, because this is the right to a speedy trial. Speedy is very vague. A corrupt society will say that rotting in prison for 2 years before your court date is speedy, because they're corrupt. But if you set a time frame within 7 days, now that 2-year window becomes gross corruption, becomes despicable corruption. I always hated anyway, hold on, I'm getting sidetracked. To be tried within 7 days in the People's Court, an independent court established for this purpose. But anyway, I've always hated how long people wait to have their court date. They wait in jail for like a year before they even have their court date. What about the right to a speedy trial do you not fucking understand? Right? So 7 days, I think, is very fair. I was thinking about 2 weeks, but I went with 7 days. So the People's Court will be a 6-person jury, picked from the pool of residents using a random number generator. Residents must be between the ages of 30 and 60 and cannot be an employee of this contract or their immediate family. A conviction requires at least 5 jurors. The prison sentence is determined by the jurors who voted to convict. Their desired sentences are averaged with a maximum vote of 25 years. Failure to convict the contract employees in question, I guess because you can make more than one arrest at one time, right? Failure to convict the contract employees in question results in the imprisonment of the residents who made the arrest and the prosecution of the case for 3 years, and removal from arcology after their sentence is served. So this is a really powerful 2 paragraphs. This is a total game changer for the whole document. It puts power directly into the hands of the people, directly into the hands of the residents. The power to arrest government employees for violating this contract, which is huge. And then it establishes an independent court that is not under the control of this same institution. So this is glorious. This is world-changing, at least for arcology. And I love it. I just love it. Anyone who is not breaking the law, anyone who is not breaking the Constitution, should be perfectly fine with this article, should be perfectly fine with this innovation. Because what's the worst case scenario? You sit in jail for 7 days and then the case gets thrown out and all these people, everyone who violated you gets put in jail for 3 years. That's the worst case scenario. So just wow, I just love it. It has the age ranges, so you don't have anyone senile, you don't have anyone naive. It doesn't require a unanimous vote, which most court cases today require a unanimous jury vote. 5 out of 6, though, it's the same ratio as passing law, and then the prison sentence is averaged. So let's say 3 jurors only want 1 year, because let's say it's not a very serious. Let's say it's not very serious, right? The crime was not very serious. 3 jurors vote for 1 year, and then the other 2 jurors vote for 5 years, and then you average that all together, and it's whatever, 2.5 years. So, which is I think that's a moderate prison sentence. It's not a long prison sentence, and it's not a short prison sentence. Anyone who's been locked up knows that even a month kind of sucks. So a year, I'd have a difficult time psychologically handling a 1 year prison sentence. So, and I'm pretty mentally, I have pretty good mental fortitude, and 1 year would be very difficult. It would be very painful. So, 3 years would be pretty brutal. So I think I think this is fair, setting this in stone, 3 years for the people who falsely made the arrest and falsely tried to prosecute. 3 years is a pretty shitty prison sentence, and I was thinking of lowering this maximum of 25 years. I still might do that, actually. I was thinking of doing 15, maybe, for a maximum, because 25 years is just unfathomable. It's an unfathomable time to be locked up. And if you're averaging all of these sentences, if 1 juror votes 25 years, that's 5 years slapped onto the sentence right there, guaranteed, with the average. So if you lower that to 15, that one very angry juror can't do so much damage. Anyway, that's just one thought. Now we already have version 3.4. Just switching this one number. Oh man. Anyway, so QAnon Q Shaman got 3 years for his insurrection, his disgracing the Capitol, 3 years in prison, which is painful, but it's not soul destroying. Do you see what I'm saying? That's a painful prison sentence. It's certainly not a short prison sentence, but it doesn't destroy your soul. Anyway, there's still hope, I'm saying, with a 3 year prison sentence. That's 1,000 days, which is, when you put it that way, 1,000 days is still kind of traumatizing. But that means you need to be damn sure that this person is breaking the law before you make the decision to resident arrest them, and before you make the decision to prosecute them. You need to be 100% certain that you are making the right choice. And this just puts so much power into the hands of the people, and it secures the rest of the document. It secures the entire legal system because it is bottom-up justice. It is codified, lawful, vigilante justice against the government itself, with an independent court to pass judgment. It's just brilliant. The whole thing is brilliant. I love it. It is... I just love the idea of having this be the final version 3.3, the 33rd version. The 33rd version of the social contract is the final one. It is the pinnacle. It is a work of perfection. And I hope you enjoy this article as much as I do. Probably the most libertarian thing you've ever read. Anyway, thank you and have a nice day.